I dropped out of college.
What year was that?
2015. Yeah.
Would you say that was a good decision?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So what was it about, like... So, like, why exactly did you drop out? Was it for, like, to make music?
I was in a
or...
band and my band was going on tour.
So...
Crazy reason. It was weird times.
What was the band called?
Found Vegas.
What kind of music was it?
I want to say pop, but that's too general, right? It was like...
Indie pop?
No. It was really watered down. It was like super mainstream, super polished.
Initially, in like 2019, you had a song called Katana.
Yes, I did.
And now I listen to your most recent stuff, and it's nothing like that.
Nothing like Katana. We are past that.
So can you kind of explain the evolution?
Yeah, I think people just need to change, and people need to evolve. Happens naturally. I think every artist does it. Even people who don't do music, they change.
Yeah, absolutely. So, like, who would you say is like one of like your biggest influences from like what you were making before and like
X for sure, Kill Station, Wi-Fi's Funeral, Eminem early on, a lot of metal bands. As far as just singular person artists, yeah, like I said, X, Kill Station, Wi-Fi. Who else? Bones, Suicide Boys, Night Lavelle. Yeah, I could name like 100 people.
Yeah.
Just keep going.
Okay, so I guess like initially, like what made you want to like start rapping in the first place?
Oh man, I always did poetry, and I feel like rap is just taking poetry and making it more interesting and like more creative. Because with poetry, it's like there was no music involved, there was no beat. With the beat and with production, you get to make it something way better, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so I guess like, so when someone would see you, they wouldn't like necessarily think you're a rapper, right?
Maybe they would.
Maybe they would.
I think
right?
they would actually.
Maybe they would. You know, now they probably would. But okay, so like, what are your parents like? Are your parents like they approve of it?
Yeah, they do now.
They support you?
Yeah.
So you said they do now. So
Yeah.
like, was there a period of time where they didn't?
It was up to me to like move shit. Like at first it was hard to see the vision, and then over time, as you flesh things out, people are like, okay, this is real, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to prove yourself.
Absolutely.
To your thing.
Could you describe like the feeling of like performing in front of people? Like the experience of it?
Performing in front of people, oh man, I don't know how I black out. It's like I'm drunk. it's like I take something and then everything just vanishes. It's like you don't even feel it. It's numbness in a good way. I love it. I think it's one of the greatest and most dangerous feelings. It's like drugs in many, many ways.
So, okay, so I guess like I was mentioning, or like I've been mentioning, is a topic that seems to be like a very prominent topic with your music is depression.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe if you could like shed more light on like your personal experience with depression.
I think a lot of my depression came from feeling useless, feeling like I was weak, and then the music gave me a chance to take that weakness and make, just like go wild with it and not be a victim. Because when making a lot of my music, I put myself in the position of feeling that weakness and trying to turn it into something. So it just became this energy, like the opposite of weakness, became power.
What made beginning 2021 difficult?
I just felt like I was losing myself at that time. So, yeah, when you feel like you're losing yourself, there's not much to grab onto. And then that's when I found Cone Gang. That's when I found the traffic cone that I got tatted on me. Right here, you see that, right?
Yeah.
I got a cone right there. So I found Cone Gang, and like it kind of gave me purpose. And I was like, shit, this is a new chapter in my life.
That's what's up.
And so as soon as I started to like come into myself more, I was a lot less depressed and just felt better about everything I was doing.
Okay, so I asked about Katana earlier, but was there like a story to the song?
Yeah. There was a girl I was very into. Something intuitively was telling me not to pursue, so I didn't, and then I felt really regretful. But I imagined what would have happened if I actually executed, or if I actually did anything about it. And then that's literally what the song is about. It's about like me just imagining what a really problematic relationship would be like, and putting myself in the shoes of that version of me.
So I guess like onto that is like, would you have any advice for like any artists that are trying to get like playlisting or get connections with other artists?
Be community oriented. Be super into a space where you feel like you occupying the space is beneficial to the other artists within that realm and to you as well. In 2023, I'm gonna do more with high-pitched vocals though.
Oh yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
tell us, that works. Tell us what the plan is for 2023. Like any new releases,
As
album.
many new releases as possible. Just like flood it. Go
Gotcha.
absolutely crazy.
Got you. Okay, so I guess like for any people out there, or like artists out there, they might think it's like impossible to get like a song that's going like crazy or like
It's
popular.
not impossible.
Yeah.
By any means, it's not impossible. In my opinion, this is not for everybody. For me, it's trial and error. It's just trying things and seeing what works. And when something flops, try something else. Or when you have something that kind of works, refine it and make it better and better and better until it becomes undeniable.
Can you remember of a time of like a song and like you weren't feeling it? Like you made a song like you were saying, like you could tell it wasn't that great.
Most of my early shit.
What's your early stuff?
Most of it, like 70% of it, that's it.
So when would you say that you got like good?
2021. And I've been doing music for like 10 years plus, but 2021 is when I got dialed in, for sure.
Okay, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
This question always changes. 5 years. Massive. With all my friends. Just doing amazing shit. All the time.
Okay, so I guess this is like in reverse. If you could go back 5 years and talk to the person you were then, like you come in now, like how you are now, and talk to the person you were then, what would you say to them?
I would just tell him to apologize less. Don't be sorry for being who you are, and don't let people make you feel like you're wrong. Just like put your foot down. I wish I would have done that more.
Were there times where like you feel like you didn't do that?
Oh yeah, most of the time.
Okay, like
I was very apologetic, as people would say.
I got you.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Yeah,
We grow.
of course. Like to start like performing more like in front of people.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't have any coming up, but I need more in general.
So like, how many would you say that like you've done?
Including my band,
Yeah.
300 to 400 in my lifetime so far. Like a lot. It's been a lot.
Okay, so could you describe like the worst performance that you've ever had and the best?
I performed at a coffee shop and got booed off stage. And then
When was this? Yeah, sorry, my bad.
this was like 2015. Best performance I've had as a solo artist was like 2018. so far. I stopped really playing shows after 2018 to focus more on the music. Issues. I had a lot of issues with people around me and just the direction. I had to be more logical.
So would you say that like you can use music as a tool for like coping and stuff like that?
Oh yeah. Every time I record a really, really angry song, like a song where I'm like yelling, I feel immediately better afterwards. I feel like I got the world off of my chest. It's amazing.
So personally, what do you feel like is the best song that you've ever released?
Force of Nature.
Why do you think it's your best song?
It's cinematic. It literally feels like a movie to me. I think that's why. Always.
Was there ever any instances where you specifically felt like you burnt a bridge with something that was like important in terms of like music or something?
No. No, because relationships have to end sometimes, and it's not always beef. Sometimes it's literally just like, we don't click, we have to move separate ways. And if they have an issue with it, that's not your fault because you didn't do anything. So yeah.
How do you see yourself in 5 years?
This question always changes. 5 years. Massive. With all my friends. Just doing amazing shit. All the time.
Okay, so I guess this is like in reverse. If you could go back 5 years and talk to the person you were then, like you come in now, like how you are now, and talk to the person you were then, what would you say to them?
I would just tell him to apologize less. Don't be sorry for being who you are, and don't let people make you feel like you're wrong. Just like put your foot down. I wish I would have done that more.
Were there times where like you feel like you didn't do that?
Oh yeah, most of the time.
Okay. Like
I was very apologetic, as people would say.
I got you.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Yeah.
We grow.
Of course. Okay, so I think I mentioned this, like you changing styles, but when I listened to Head First, it was more of like a trap metal sound.
Yeah.
So how'd you start like
trap metal?
Yeah.
Oh, I've been into it for years. Like 2020, end of 2019 is when I got into that sound. And it took way longer than it should have for me to make it, but here we are. We did it.
Are there certain genres right now that you feel like you haven't touched that you feel like you could really excel in?
Yeah, I want to just do every type of production that's feasible in terms of just like the more aggressive sound. I want to dive into like a few. Funk is my favorite right now though. I love funk.
You release music, you release it independently, right? Or
yeah, like 98% of the time, yeah.
Do you have any releases coming up for the end of the year, or do you think you're...
Yeah.
Okay.
I have an album December 9th.
Can you tell us, like, is there a concept or a direction to the album?
The album is called Dysmorphia, and I just kind of detail a lot of my internal situations throughout it. I also just talk shit a lot, like usual.
So
I have a couple features on it, nothing too crazy. Now I have one feature, and then a lot of it is not funk. Like 3 or 4 of the songs are funk. A couple of them are more like trap metal type sound. A lot of aggression on the album. And then December 30th, I have a song called Paper Trail, which is gonna be crazy. Oh yeah.
That's what's up. What is the feature?
So cliche.
Gotcha.
Where am I chilling? I'm chilling at Willie P. Silly me.